Man, life here on planet Earth can be difficult, is difficult. Let's just put it out there. Is hard. I'm trying to find a job right now, and it's very difficult out there. Especially if you have been going through a awakening process, a healing process. If you are in active pursuit of God, it's very, very difficult. Because as you wake up, you become more attuned to suffering, the causes of suffering, sounding very Buddhist here. And you just see everywhere that we're just, the socio-cultural matrix that we're in is just so permeated, shot through with trauma, and it's like everybody's defense mechanisms interacting with everybody's defense mechanisms. Excuse me. And it's impossible. Oh man, it's just so fucked up. It's so effed up. It's like we're given these just horrific conditions on this fucking planet. And it's simultaneously given these nervous systems that you try to heal, you try to work with, try to become, try to clear, you try to empty out all the accumulated weight of crap that we've been carrying and that we repress and stuff down and becomes frozen energy. And then you've got like Kundalini energy or the energy of creation or whatever, this push inside of you, trying to break through all of that. So you've got all these just stresses and tensions and opposing forces inside of you, and your psychology is just going haywire. And it's just a mess. It's a total mess. It's like, why give us these why give us these finely tuned, exquisitely sensitive nervous systems capable of connecting all the way through all the different densities, all the different realms. And you put this like exquisite spiritual apparatus inside of us, this nervous system. And then you just throw us into like complete, utter, unrelenting sensory overload in this world. It's like, why would you do that? Why do you do that? It's just insane. So it's just insane. And so there's just all these irreconcilable conflicts of like, I need to make money, and because I prioritize trying to get better and trying to heal and just give it all to God, as so many people will direct you. Well, I don't necessarily want to frame it that way, but because I prioritize that, it's become a struggle now to find work and all the, I don't even know if I want to get into my whole personal thing, other than to say, other than to the extent that other people might relate to it. Like, it's really, really a challenge if you're going through awakening. You've been thrust into it for whatever reason. You had some big blowout and the awakening process kicked off. You sought it out through other, consciously, deliberately, or just through other practices. Things started to open up. And then you're just full on in this experience that few people will understand. I almost hesitate to say something like that, because then you start getting into kind of shades of fundamentalism, like we're the exclusive ones and nobody understands us. But no, just through direct experience, not as like a result of a belief structure, but as the result of doing the spiritual work, going inward, and things start to open up, and it's like a floodgate. It can be like a floodgate opens up. It can be like a waterfall trying to push through this tiny, comparatively tiny human body and impaired nervous system. Got all this energy trying to clear out the blockages, and then you're trying to interact in a world that is so blocked up and protect your boundaries and not attune to other people and defend your boundaries. And the whole thing is just such an utter nightmare. It's such an utter nightmare. Because there's just so much density, confusion. And your psychology is asking you to do certain things, and it's really hard to tell, is this coming from higher wisdom? Because you want to be sensitive to your path and honor your path, but then you start to get too sensitive and it becomes hard to interact with people, and you start putting all these like gates around yourself to protect yourself and protect the experience because you want to heal. Because everybody says this is the route to go down. It's just a mess. It's just a total, utter mess. And everybody's got advice. Everybody knows how to do it right. Everybody's got advice. But I can tell you a lot of wild things will happen to you on the spiritual path. Wild things that can easily spin you off in unhealthy directions. They can activate other people's paranoia, which can feed your own. So you're also stuck in this dance of how much do I divulge? And if you don't have money, that can be a very big challenge, because good spiritual help is expensive, very expensive. The people who do this, who have dedicated their lives to doing this, it gets expensive quick. You know, $50 if you're lucky for a session, $100, $200, $300 for one session. Just, yeah. And at some point, all the advice you get is just so contradictory. You just get dizzy trying to figure it all out. You just get so dizzy and frustrated and exhausted. And you cry out. You just cry out for help. Feeling a little bit more settled after I got some of that out.